While you're watching this video, food prices are quietly climbing, supply chains are breaking down, and the average American family is spending $300 more per month on groceries than they did just 5 years ago. Think about that for a second. $300 extra every single month. What happens when your child's favorite cereal disappears from the shelves for weeks, when the fridge stays empty despite your paycheck, when temporarily out of stock becomes the new permanent reality? Today, I'm going to show you exactly which 12 foods will keep your family fed when grocery stores can't, and none of them require expensive survival kits or a bunker in your backyard. These aren't theoretical supplies pulled from some prepper fantasy. These are the same foods that have sustained families for generations, tested by people who learned the hard way what actually works and what's just marketing hype. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to buy, how to store it properly, and how to start building a 3-month food buffer for under $75. Yes, you heard that right, $75 to get started. Welcome to Essential Pantry, where we help everyday families prepare for uncertain times without breaking the bank. If you want practical, no-nonsense food security strategies, hit that like button and subscribe, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between comfort and crisis for your family. Let's talk about what's really happening right now. In 2024, bird flu decimated 40 million egg-laying hens. 40 million. That's why your egg prices skyrocketed, and why they're still higher than they should be. Cocoa prices have jumped over 70% due to crop failures in Africa. Mexico, which supplies half of America's fresh fruits and vegetables, is facing tariffs, shifting immigration policies, and climate disruptions, all threatening to make produce more expensive or completely unavailable. Food prices have risen 40% in just 5 years. The average family is spending between $200 and $300 more per month on groceries compared to 2020. That's not inflation you can ignore. That's a crisis happening in slow motion while everyone's too busy to notice. Food banks served 50 million Americans in 2023. 50 million. And with federal funding cuts hitting left and right, that number is only climbing. Climate change is wreaking absolute havoc on our food system. Droughts in California, floods in the Midwest, labor shortages leaving perfectly good crops to rot in fields because there's nobody to harvest them. And here's what most people don't understand about our food system. Grocery stores operate on razor-thin 3-day supply chains. 3 days. That's it. 1 missed truck is a hiccup. 20 missed trucks is a full-blown crisis. We're one major disruption away from empty shelves, and most people are walking around completely unprepared. Now, many people think preparing for food shortages means buying those expensive freeze-dried survival meal kits you see advertised everywhere. Let me tell you a story. Back in 2014, someone spent $800 on freeze-dried meals. $800. You know what they discovered? If your family won't actually eat it, it's completely useless. Those meals sat in storage untouched because they tasted like cardboard and nobody wanted to eat them even when times were good. The real solution? Stock up on foods your family already eats. Foods that are affordable, nutritious, and have a long shelf life. We're talking about the basics: rice, beans, canned goods, and other staples that have sustained families for literally generations. These foods are not only more palatable, but they also cost a fraction of the price of those fancy survival kits, and they store for years when done properly. So let's break down the 12 essential items you can buy today at regular stores for regular prices. These foods will keep your family fed when grocery stores are empty, and they don't require a fortune or a bunker, just a little foresight and planning. First up, white rice in bulk. White rice is the absolute cornerstone of any food storage plan. When properly stored in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, it can last 10 to 30 years. Think about that. 30 years. Rice is calorie dense, affordable, and when you pair it with beans, it forms a complete protein that your body needs to survive and thrive. A 50-pound bag costs between $20 and $30 and can feed a family of 4 for over a month. Storing your rice in airtight containers, away from moisture and pests, and you've got maximum shelf life. This is your foundation. This is what civilizations have been built on. Number 2, dried beans in multiple varieties. Beans are an absolute protein powerhouse. They're packed with fiber, iron, and essential nutrients your body needs. Dried beans last 8 to 10 years when stored properly. Stock a variety: black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, lentils, for nutritional diversity. Your body needs different nutrients, and different beans provide different benefits. Now, yes, dried beans require soaking and cooking, which takes time and fuel. But here's the thing. Canned beans offer convenience for times when fuel or energy is scarce. Stock both if you can. And here's a bonus most people don't know. Dried beans can be sprouted for fresh greens, providing vital vitamins when fresh produce is completely unavailable. You can literally grow food from your food storage. Number 3, salt in bulk. Salt is essential for survival, both for your health and for food preservation. It never expires. Never. Salt has been a valuable commodity throughout human history for a reason. It regulates electrolytes in your body, preserves food so it doesn't rot, and can even be used for medical purposes. A 25-pound bag costs around $10. $10.
And stored in a sealed container, it will last indefinitely. This is one of the cheapest, most important items you can stockpile. Number 4, honey, nature's preservative. Honey never goes bad. Archaeologists have literally tasted 3,000-year-old honey from Egyptian tombs, and it was still perfectly edible. It's a quick source of energy, has antibacterial properties, and can be used medicinally for wounds and sore throats. Invest in raw, unfiltered honey for maximum benefits. Yes, it's more expensive than the processed stuff in the bear-shaped bottle, but it's worth it for its nutritional and medicinal value. This is liquid gold, literally and figuratively. Number 5, canned meats, like chicken, tuna, and salmon. Canned meats provide protein without the need for refrigeration, which is crucial when the power goes out or when fresh meat is simply unavailable. They last 3 to 5 years, often longer, and they're invaluable when fresh meat disappears from stores. Stock a variety for nutritional diversity. Your body needs different types of protein. Always check cans for rust, dents, or swelling before you buy them, and before you eat them. Damaged cans can harbor dangerous bacteria like botulism that can kill you. Number 6, dried pasta. Pasta is comfort food. It's easy to cook and it stores for 8 years or more if kept dry. In stressful times, familiar meals can boost morale in ways you wouldn't expect. When everything feels uncertain, a bowl of pasta can make things feel normal again. Pasta cooks quickly, which saves fuel, a critical consideration in a crisis. And it pairs with almost anything: sauces, canned vegetables, meats, or just oil and garlic. Buy in bulk and store in its original packaging for regular use, or repackage it for long-term storage if you're planning ahead. Number 7, powdered milk. Powdered milk is critical for families with children. It lasts 15 plus years and provides calcium, protein, and vitamin D. Fresh milk will be one of the absolute first items to disappear in any crisis. It requires refrigeration, it spoils quickly, and supply chains for dairy are incredibly fragile. But powdered milk can be reconstituted as needed for drinking, cooking, or baking. Store in cool, dark places for maximum longevity. If you have kids, this is non-negotiable. Number 8, cooking oil in multiple types. Fat is essential for survival. Without it, even a high-calorie diet can lead to what's called rabbit starvation. You're eating, but you're still starving because your body needs fat to function properly. Cooking oil also improves the taste of food, which is important for morale. Nobody wants to eat bland rice and beans for months on end. Coconut oil lasts the longest at 5+ years, while olive and vegetable oils last 2 to 3 years. Rotate your stock regularly and store everything in cool, dark places away from heat and light. Number 9, peanut butter or powdered peanut butter. Peanut butter is calorie-dense, protein-rich, and shelf-stable. A jar lasts about 2 years unopened. Powdered peanut butter lasts up to 15 years. It requires no cooking, and it's a favorite among kids, which makes it easier to keep everyone fed without complaints. If allergies are a concern in your family, consider alternatives like almond butter or sunflower seed butter. The principle is the same: shelf-stable, calorie-dense, protein-rich fat that requires zero preparation. Number 10, canned vegetables and fruits. Vitamins and minerals are crucial for health. You can have all the calories in the world, but without micronutrients, your body starts breaking down. You get scurvy, you get beriberi, you get sick in ways that can kill you. Canned vegetables and fruits provide essential nutrients when fresh produce is unavailable. They typically last 3 to 5 years, and the USDA says they're safe indefinitely if the cans are intact and not damaged. Damaged cans can harbor dangerous bacteria like botulism that can kill you. Number 11, oats in bulk. Oats are a breakfast staple, versatile and filling. Stored properly, they last 8 to 10 years. Oats can be used for baking, ground into flour, or even made into oat milk if dairy becomes unavailable. They're cheap and you get hundreds of servings per bag. Store them in sealed containers to keep out moisture and pests. Number 12, hard wheat berries or flour. If you have a grain mill, wheat berries are the ultimate long-term prep. They last 30 plus years. 30 years! With wheat berries, you can make fresh flour for bread, pasta, and pastries. You're essentially storing the foundation of civilization's diet. If you don't have a grain mill, stock regular flour, but beware it only lasts 6 to 12 months and needs constant rotation. You'll be using it and replacing it regularly. Wheat berries are affordable, and if you're serious about long-term preparation, they're worth the investment in a grain mill. Now, having all these foods means nothing if you don't store them properly. Proper storage is just as important as the food itself. Here's what you need to know. Every 10 degrees cooler doubles shelf life. So store your food in basements or cool closets rather than hot garages or attics. Temperature matters enormously. Light destroys nutrients over time, so keep everything in the dark. Use oxygen absorbers to prevent spoilage from oxidation. And protect your stockpile from rodents with sealed buckets and hard plastic containers. Mice and rats can chew through cardboard and thin plastic like it's nothing. Store food off the ground and away from any moisture sources like pipes or exterior walls. Now, let's talk about the mistakes that destroy people's stockpiles and waste their money. First mistake, buying expensive freeze-dried kits.
These are convenient, sure, but they're overpriced. Rice and beans offer far better value, and your family will actually eat them. Second mistake, too much variety too soon. Master the basics first. Rice, beans, salt, oil, then add variety as your budget allows. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to stock 50 different items at once. Third mistake, improper storage. Heat, light, moisture, and pests are the 4 enemies of long-term food storage. Control these 4 factors and your food will last. Ignore them and you'll lose everything to spoilage and pests. So how do you actually start building your food buffer without getting overwhelmed? The idea of stockpiling months' worth of food can feel impossible, especially if money is tight. The key is to start small and build steadily. Pick 3 items from the list I just gave you, just 3, and buy 1 extra of each during your weekly shopping trip. That's it. Over 6 months, you'll build a buffer that most people completely lack. Focus on the foundation. Rice, beans, salt, oil, then expand your variety as your stockpile grows and your budget allows. You don't need a fortune or a bunker to prepare. With just $75, you can start building a 3-month food supply. The process is simple, practical, and accessible to anyone willing to think ahead and take action. Preparation is not about panic, it's about peace of mind, knowing your family will eat no matter what happens to the supply chain or the economy. Food isn't just fuel for your body, it's comfort, it's stability, it's morale. In times of crisis, familiar meals can provide a sense of normalcy and emotional support that you can't put a price on. Stocking foods your family actually enjoys is just as important as nutritional value. Nobody thrives eating food they hate, even if it's technically nutritious. And preparation isn't just for yourself, it's for your community. When you share knowledge and resources, you help others get started and build collective resilience. When your neighbors are prepared, your whole neighborhood is more stable and more secure. The best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is right now, today. The writing is on the wall. Bird flu, tariffs, climate disruptions, and fragile supply chains are converging to create a perfect storm. Don't wait for empty shelves and panic buying. Don't wait until everyone else figures it out and the stores are cleaned out. Start with the basics, build your buffer steadily, and sleep better at night knowing your family is secure no matter what happens to the supply chain or the economy. Pick 3 items from the list and begin this week. Not next month, not when you have more money, this week. Preparation is accessible, practical, and essential. Share this information with people who need it. Your friends, your family, your community. Real preparation is about thinking ahead and taking action before you need it. The slow motion food crisis is here. It's not coming, it's already happening. But with the right steps, you can ensure your family's well-being no matter what the future holds. So, which 3 foods are you buying first? Drop your plan in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical preparation strategies that actually work. Hit that like button if this video opened your eyes to what's really happening. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.